Well, hey guys, what's up? It's your boy AI Legends, and today I shall be doing the next part of What If Naruto Finally Snapped Part 4. So, before starting this video, I would like to make a request to all of you guys who are watching this video to subscribe to my channel because it will help me a lot as well as you guys, because if I have a lot of subscribers, I would make more videos like this. So, without any further ado, let us start our intro. Well guys, last time we left off at the Zabuza arc where Zabuza still died, but this time Naruto was able to save Haku, as Sasuke wanted to kill him, or rather her, because in this series, Haku is going to be a girl. So, without any further ado, let us start our video from here on, as we will start our video at the Hokage office, as Hokage was surprised to hear all these things that happened, because this mission turned out to be a unique mission, as the Hokage was quite surprised and impressed with the skills of Naruto, as he complimented Naruto on that, as Naruto was quite grateful about it. Even though he did not trust Hokage completely, but he knows that Hokage was the one who take care of him for a long time, so he has no hatred for him or anything like that. So after that, Hokage thought about it and then finally came with the conclusion that Haku has the talent for a chunin. So after some time, Haku will be promoted to a chunin, but not right away, because they have to monitor as well as have to do some interrogation before they can promote Haku or give Haku any rank in the village. So now we shall have a time skip, as Haku was given, or you can say Haku has to stay with Naruto, as Naruto, you can say, told Hokage that if they does not have a lot of rooms or anything like that, Haku can stay with him as long as Haku is not a shinobi of this village, as Hokage nodded at that, as both Naruto and Haku has to share a room, or you can say an apartment. So we shall start our discussion from, let's see, yeah, it should be good enough, as both Naruto as well as Sasuke were in the training ground, and after some time Sakura also arrived. They were waiting for Kakashi because Kakashi called for his team to be in the training ground, as both Naruto and Sasuke were staring at each other, and Sakura being Sakura were doing being Sakura and all. As after some time, or you can say 2 hours, Kakashi finally arrived and then explained that how Chunin exams are coming, as both Naruto and Sasuke were quite, you can say, excited about this upcoming Chunin exams, as Kakashi did not wanted his team to be in the Chunin exam knowing all about the danger, as well as the teams has to work together, and he can see that his team is not working together whatsoever, but he has to do it because council forces him to do so, because they wanted their Uchiha to be in the Chunin exams. So Kakashi had no say in the matter. And now we have a time skip, as Team 7 finally entered into the Chunin exams. As they were walking, as they saw that some of the Chunin were standing in front of the room in which they have to go, but both Sasuke and Naruto were able to see that it was just a genjutsu, as they could see that some of the teams were being eliminated, as Naruto told Sasuke and Sakura that they should leave and should not point this out. It is good that the weaklings are going out of the exam, but Sasuke being Sasuke finally pointed out that how they were fools, and they can easily see that it was just a genjutsu, as Naruto mentally cursed Sasuke that how foolish Sasuke could actually be, because Sasuke wanted to be cool, so he just announces that it was just a genjutsu. As all the teams finally went off, as Chunins were also cursing Sasuke for that, after some time Rock Lee finally approaches Sasuke and challenged him for a battle, and being Sasuke, he accepted it and got severely beaten up by the hands of Rock Lee. Even though Sasuke is a bit stronger than his original canon, but still he is not strong enough or stronger than Rock Lee, as he got beaten up pretty badly. But in time, Might Guy finally arrived as he stopped the battle, as Sasuke was quite angry that he was beaten up by the hands of no one. In this timeline, Sasuke is getting angrier and angrier over time and time. First Naruto showed his skills out of nowhere, and now another person has beaten him up. So he was quite angry about it. After some time, they entered into the room and things started to play out the same. It is just that Naruto is a quiet guy, as he was observing all the things around, and he was, you can say, examining the competitors, as well as the person who took his interest the most was none other than Gaara. Here we have a flashback. In this timeline, you can say Konohamaru and Naruto are also friends, as the you can say the incident of Gaara as well as Kankuro still goes the same, as Naruto this time was able to enter and stop the battle quickly before Sasuke could enter, and things goes that way. As right now the first exam finally begins, even though there is nothing special to cover it out, even though Naruto finally became quite suspicious about Kabuto, that how does he know all this information about Konoha and the Genins, because this information was supposed to be secret and no one should be allowed to have it, even though these missions are D rank or C rank, as Naruto was quite suspicious of Kabuto as they finally entered into the forest of death. This time Naruto did not went to do his business, as all of them were running as they got the heaven scroll, as they had to find the earth scroll, as they were running into the forest. And finally Naruto sensed something, as some of the kunais finally started to approach him, as he was easily able to dodge them. These were some Genins who were trying to ambush Team 7, as Sasuke stood up as he said, so you want our scroll? Come and have it. As one of them speak up, so we have an Uchiha. Well, let's see how strong you actually are, as he quickly made hand signs and said water style, water bullets. As water bullets approaches Sasuke made the fireball, but unfortunately for Sasuke, the water bullets were more than fireball, as they were able to hit Sasuke, but Sasuke was able to dodge it in time. As Sasuke was quite angry that his fireball did not work, so he quickly made hand signs and said fire style, Phoenix Flood Jutsu, because he was learning some jutsus from the Uchiha library, so he had some jutsus of fire style. As the fire Phoenix Flood Jutsu finally approaches the Genins, as one of them made the water wall, as they were able to dodge as well as block these attacks, as one of them started to attack Sakura, as Sakura being Sakura, as she finally had a kunai in her hand and she did her thing being useless. As Naruto finally approaches, as he quickly knocked out one of them who was water users, as Naruto said, so you're getting quite annoyed, as he made some distance and said fire style, Phoenix Flood Jutsu, as he performed the same jutsu as Sasuke. Since the water style user was down, they were not able to dodge it in time, as well as this Phoenix Flood Jutsu were more in numbers, as they were able to hit these Genins and were able to knock all of them out. As Sasuke was angry that his attack did not work, but Naruto's did. But for now, they got the scroll, and now they had to do is run from there, as they finally started to head toward the tower. Fortunately for them, it was the earth scroll which they wanted, as suddenly Naruto sensed something dangerous that was coming, heading towards them in greater speed than expected, as Naruto told his team to jump, as both Sasuke and Sakura were able to do it in time, as it was a giant snake which they were able to avoid barely. As Naruto saw that it was some strange lady, as he could sense some strange vibes coming from this woman, as it was none other than Orochimaru, as Orochimaru has finally entered into the arena, or you can say the battlefield, as he finally did his thing with Sasuke being gay and all, I don't want to go in that, but I will go in the battle. As Orochimaru finally started to look towards Sasuke and said, my Sasuke-kun, as he started to attack both Sasuke, or you can say made a genjutsu so that all of them could be down and he could easily do his job. But what he did not expect it was Naruto, as Naruto had high, you can say really high resistance to genjutsu, as he was able to break out of the genjutsu like it was nothing, as he finally started to head toward Orochimaru, as Orochimaru was quite surprised that a Genin was able to break his genjutsu. So he started to head toward Naruto, trying to knock him out as quick as possible so that he could do his thing with Sasuke. As Orochimaru punches Naruto on his gut, as he thought that Naruto was going to be sent flying, but unfortunately for Orochimaru, what he did not expect it was the explosive clone, as he got exploded on the hand of Orochimaru, as Orochimaru as well as the snake was sent flying, as Orochimaru was quite surprised that a Genin was able to caught him off guard as Naruto. Then he saw that multiple clones were heading towards him, as Orochimaru was quite surprised. He quickly made hand signs and threw some kunais which got multiply in the air, as he was shocked that Most of the clones were explosive clones and some of them were lightning. But unfortunately for Orochimaru, he did not expect it that a clone grabbed his fate from underground and pulled him down, as Orochimaru was able to substitute himself, as he finally started to get annoyed because multiple clones were heading towards him, as he quickly made hand signs and said wind style, great breakthrough, as all of the clones got exploded and poof away. As Orochimaru finally started his battle with Naruto, seeing Naruto fighting with Orochimaru head off made Sasuke quite angry, so he finally broke through the Genjutsu, as well as Sakura, being Sakura, got unconscious in this timeline. Unfortunately, because she was in the Genjutsu for long enough, as Sasuke also started to head towards Orochimaru, as Orochimaru was quite excited to fight, especially Sasuke. This other brat was just a nuisance in the eyes of Orochimaru, as Sasuke engaged in a taijutsu battle with Orochimaru just playing with Sasuke. Naruto could easily see that, as Naruto quickly made hand signs and it said, Fire style, Phoenix Lord Jutsu, as the Phoenix Lord Jutsu started to head towards Orochimaru, as Orochimaru was quite surprised as Sasuke quickly made the same hand signs and did the same jutsu, as Orochimaru was able to dodge out of all these attacks, and then Naruto quickly made hand signs and said, Water style, water bullets, as the water bullets started to head towards the Orochimaru, as Naruto's water bullets hit with Sasuke's fire Phoenix Lord Jutsu, as it made a steam, as Naruto told Sasuke that they should head off quickly, as Sasuke did not want to do this, as he wanted to kill this strange person, whoever it was, as Naruto told him that they did not had enough time, as Sasuke was stubborn, and then suddenly a punch arrived in the gut of Sasuke, sending him flying, and then Naruto was shocked as a snake surrounded Naruto, as well as Naruto said damn it, as he quickly made hand signs and said wind style, great breakthrough, as Orochimaru was surprised. This Genin has just used 3 out of 5 chakra natures, as now Orochimaru was quite intrigued, so he started to fight off against Naruto, as you can say started to beat down on Naruto. Naruto is strong but he's not a Sanin level, as Naruto made some distance as he said this is getting hard, as then suddenly Naruto could feel the power surging through his veins. It was none other than the 9 tails giving him power, as Naruto's eyes finally changed into the eyes of the 9 tails, as Naruto started to head towards Orochimaru with great speed, as Orochimaru did not expect that, as then he met with a punch to his face which had him flying. This broke the face of Orochimaru, so his original face was finally revealed, as he started to laugh, and then he said, so you are the QB brat, aren't you? As Naruto looked towards him and then vanished from his eyes, as Orochimaru was barely able to see Naruto because he was not using his full power right now, as he was able to block a kick coming towards him, as Naruto smirked, as it was a lightning clone, as which got exploded with contact, as Orochimaru was electrocuted. He had finally enough. This kid though was strong, but he did not want it to be in this battle anymore, so he quickly gave Sasuke the curse mark thanks to his big neck, as then he made hand signs and said fire style, great fireball jutsu, as a big fireball started to head towards Naruto, as Naruto was able to dodge it, but Orochimaru in this time flee, as Naruto curses Orochimaru in his mind and then took Sasuke as well as Sakura thanks to his shadow clones, and then started to head towards the tower. This time he did not stay anywhere near so that they can rest because he had enough energy, so he finally headed towards the tower so that he can complete the test as quick as possible, where finally Kakashi arrived, as he took Sasuke with him so that he can seal away the curse mark of Sasuke. As for Sakura, she was being Sakura, I guess. Now we have the next match, the preliminaries exam. In these exams you can say that things started to go the same, because I don't think that things will change that much, except the fight of Naruto, which Naruto easily won, you can say quite easily. As let us go into the battle, as Kiba finally entered into the ring, as he said, Akamaru, this is going to be easy, as Akamaru barked at that, as Naruto said, oh really, you really think that this battle will be over quickly, right? Kiba, as Kiba laughed and said, yeah, you are the dead last in the whole time of the academy, while I'm the alpha male here, as Naruto said, oh really, last time I checked, I was the rookie of the year, as Kiba scoffed and said, you were just lucky, Naruto, Nothing more than that, as Naruto said, oh really? So let us begin our battle, shall we? As Kiba nodded and then rushes toward Naruto, thinking that he could end this battle quickly. As Naruto easily dodged the claw of Kiba, but Kiba quickly moved around, trying to deliver a kick at the face of Naruto. Naruto easily grabbed the kick of Kiba and then sending him flying. As Naruto said, this is going to be easy, right? As Kiba finally had enough, as Akamaru transforms into Kiba, as he said, Fang over Fang, as they used their technique on Naruto. As Naruto was quite surprised with this technique, but he was able to sidestep the attack and then Kiba had to hit the ground. But to Naruto's surprise, Kiba moved into the air and then started to head towards Naruto. Naruto quickly flipped around and then dodged the attack as he said, alright Kiba, you asked for it. As he quickly made hand signs and said, lightning style, lightning bolts, as the lightning bolts started to head towards Kiba. As Kiba got electrocuted as well as Akamaru, as everyone was quite surprised because lightning bolt was quite high advanced technique, B rank at least, as most of the, you can say, Jonins were impressed with the skills of Naruto as well as Hokage. As Kiba was barely able to stand as he said, what? How did you do that? As Naruto said, just like you said, it would be easy. As Naruto vanished from everyone's eyes, shocking most of the Jonins because the speed that Naruto moved was none less than impressive. As Naruto kicked Kiba so hard on his face, sending him flying, as Kiba was slammed into the wall, making a big crater into the wall. As for Akamaru, Naruto did not do anything much to Akamaru, just knock him out with some senbans, which he was learning thanks to the help of Haku. As everyone was quite surprised to see that how easily Kiba got beaten, and then here's the preliminary exams end. Well guys, in this video I will end, or at least try to end, this whole saga, the first season of Naruto. So now we have a time skip to the finals of the Chunin exams, in which Hokage, you can say, called Naruto and told him about Jiraiya. This time Jiraiya was waiting for Naruto into the hot springs because he has heard many good things about Naruto, that he has mastered 5 chakra natures. Thanks to Naruto's ability to sense emotion when he approaches Jiraiya, he was able to sense that Jiraiya had no ill intention towards Naruto, which made Naruto quite happy, as this person truly likes Naruto and wanted to know him. So Naruto decided to give him a chance as Naruto finally approaches Jiraiya. As Jiraiya told Naruto about the test, that how he will make him his student if he is able to catch him. As Naruto laughed and told him that then he should start running already. As Jiraiya nodded at that, and then he went off. As Naruto went to the, you can say, ramen shop and started to eat his ramens, and then he finally ate to his full and said, alright, I just have to find that old pervert. Well, that should be easy enough, as Naruto made multi-shadow clone jutsu, as he knows that that person must went to the forest, as he could smell thanks to the, or you can say that, yeah, that should be more is enough, as Naruto could easily feel the chakra signature of Jiraiya. Thanks to the help of 9 tails, he could sense emotions as well as chakra more clearly, even though Jiraiya was not trying to hide his chakra signature because he did not thought that a Genin could sense the chakra signature. So Naruto was able to find him so easily, as Jiraiya was quite impressed that Naruto was able to find him even though he was not trying to hide that much, but he thought that that is good enough for a Genin. So he started to train Naruto on the, you can say, using the 9 tails chakra, as Naruto told him that how he can use the 9 tails chakra at will to 2 tails state, which surprises Jiraiya, as he told Naruto that to show him. As Naruto and Jiraiya went to the empty field, and then Naruto showed him that he could enter easily into the ice state as well as 2 tails, 9 tails, 2 tails of the 9 tails power. As Jiraiya was quite impressed, as he told Naruto about the Toad contract, but Naruto rejected, as Jiraiya said, what are you saying, Kate? Toad contract is the strongest contract in the world. As Naruto said, no, it may be the strongest, but it is not the legendary contract, is it? As Jiraiya thought about it, as he said, well, the legendary contracts are only 2, the Phoenix contract and the Dragon contract. As Naruto said, well, I was researching about this Dragon contract for a long time, and I'm finally able to find the location of the Dragon cave, as which surprises Jiraiya even. He did not knew that where the dragon cave actually is, as Jiraiya said. So, how did you find it out? As Naruto showed him some maps as well as some information which he was able to gather thanks to some old record from first Hokage and second Hokage time. As Jiraiya was quite impressed as he said, well, Naruto, so how are you planning to get this dragon contract? It is a legendary summoning. No one was able to summon it for a long time. As Naruto said, well, we just have to leave this village for some time. In the way we can train as well. And thanks to you, we can do this. As Jiraiya thought about it, as he said, alright, it is up to you, kid. As Naruto said, alright. As then, finally, both Jiraiya and Naruto went out of the village. As after 3 days of traveling, Naruto was finally able to reach the location of the dragon cave, which was on the top of the mountain as well as volcano. As Naruto said, well, we just have to go there. As Jiraiya gulped, knowing that how dangerous dragons actually are. But at least he's here with this kid. If this kid came alone, Jiraiya would be quite in trouble as well as at least he can take care of Naruto here if any trouble come in their way. As Naruto finally entered, barely, that is, as they had to enter into the cave. As Naruto entered along with Jiraiya, and then suddenly they could hear a roar as the fire dragon roar came towards both of them. As before Jiraiya can do anything, Naruto quickly made hand signs and said, Earth style, Earth wall, as the Earth wall arose, but the Earth wall was barely able to contain the big roar. As Jiraiya said, well, kid, that was fast. Good. As then, both Naruto and Jiraiya saw a big dragon finally arises into the sky and then looked down upon both of them as he said, who are you and why are you here? As Naruto looked towards the dragon as he said, my name is Naruto Uzumaki and I am here for the dragon contract. When the dragon heard the name Uzumaki, he was quite shocked because it's been a while since any Uzumaki has ever arrived, as well as he knows that the Uzumaki clan was destroyed long ago. As he looked towards Naruto as he said, did you say Uzumaki? As he finally descended into the ground, as both Jiraiya as well as Naruto are looking into the eyes of a huge dragon, as this dragon is red, as it was the fire dragon. Well guys, let's see what could be the name of this dragon. Well, let's say it's Ignial. Yeah, from Fairy Tail, not the same dragon but just a name, as well as it is a fire dragon, Ignial. As Naruto said, well, I'm an Uzumaki. As the dragon looked towards Naruto and said, so why don't you have the red hair? As Jiraiya speak up as he said, well, he took after his father who was not an Uzumaki but his mother is one. As the dragon looked towards Jiraiya and said, so why are you here? As Jiraiya said, well, I was just with this kid. As the dragon looked towards Naruto and said, so if you really want the dragon contract, then you have to prove yourself worthy of the dragon contract. As Naruto said, well, if there's a test, then bring it on. I'm ready to take any test for this contract. As dragon nodded and said, made some distance and said, well, you have to match my fire. And if you are able to block or overpower my dragon fire, which I highly doubt, I will give you my fire dragon contract. As Naruto smirked and said, so it is a competition for fire, huh? So bring it on. As Jiraiya said, hey kid, do you even have the fire infinity? As Naruto said, I have all the infinities. As he started to walk towards the dragon, as the dragon said, so prepare yourself, brat. As Naruto told Jiraiya to make some distance, as Jiraiya finally nodded, thinking that if things goes out of hand, he could easily save Naruto. As he was quite near to Naruto as well, as Naruto quickly made hand signs and said, so I'm ready. As dragon smirked as he said, fire dragon roar. As a big roar of dragon fire started to rush towards Naruto. Naruto quickly made hand signs and said, fire style, majestic destroyer flames. The same attack as Madara, as both of these beams of fire started to clash with each other. As Jiraiya was shocked. That jutsu was definitely the legendary jutsu of Madara Uchiha, but how did Naruto even learn it, even though it is not of the same scale as Madara, but still it is powerful enough. As the dragon Ignial was shocked as Naruto's flame were matching his flame. After some time, it was the struggle from both sides, but the attack finally got cancelled out because both of these attacks were equal in power. as the dragon was highly impressed with Naruto as he said, "So, you prove yourself worthy enough. I shall give you my fire dragon contract," as Naruto was quite happy to hear it. So Naruto finally signed the fire dragon contract, and then Naruto finally went off with Jiraiya. Jiraiya asked Naruto how did he learn that jutsu, as Naruto told him that how he is in good terms with Nine Tails, and Tails was the one who told him about this jutsu, but he had to work a lot on it so that he could master it, and thanks to all libraries of third Hokage, he was able to do so. As Jiraiya was shocked as he said, "Wait, how did you enter into the library of that old man?" As Naruto laughed and said, "Well, I was able to enter it, you can say, sniffly. Just don't told that old man." As Jiraiya was shocked, even he was not allowed into that library. Third Hokage has the affinity for 5 elements, so he had the scrolls for all the elements as well as the old history about Madara Uchiha, the first Hokage, and those shinobi of old times. So that library is highly, you can say, guarded, as it is finally times as Naruto started to train with Jiraiya as well as started to learn different jutsus, as Jiraiya thought that it is not time for Naruto to learn the Rasengan. So he did not taught Naruto Rasengan just yet. As Jiraiya started to like Naruto a lot, this kid was a true prodigy, but he could see that more than prodigy, Naruto was a hard worker. He always worked a lot on different things. The every jutsu that mainly Jiraiya taught him the sealing jutsu, and he was shocked when he learned that Naruto was a 5 seal master, and he is almost the 6th level. Jiraiya himself was 7th level of a seal master, and this kid, 12 years old, is already the 6th level seal master, as Jiraiya was highly impressed with Naruto's skills. So it is finally time for the Chunin exams finals, and just to tell you guys that Naruto was snapped, so he never saved Hinata, or you can say that he just never saved Hinata, because I don't want to break her heart, even though Naruto is going to be with Haku. So it is just good enough to say that Naruto never saved Hinata, so she never liked him, and that is all. So it is time for the first battle, which is going to be Neji versus Naruto, as Neji finally entered into the arena confidence in his power as he said, "So you're the one Uzumaki Naruto, was it?" As Naruto nodded at that as he said, "So I've heard many things about it, and I have also heard that you are the dead last in your academy." As Naruto laughed and said, "So if you truly believe that I'm the dead last, then why don't you try me, Neji Hyuga?" As Neji laughed and said, "I'm the prodigy, and the destiny has already declared me the winner. Just give up already." As Naruto said, alright, destiny and all, so bring it on. Allow me to cook your destiny." As Neji laughed and said, "Alright, bring it on." As both of their battle began, as Neji rushes towards Naruto, trying to end the battle as quick as possible, as he delivered the many attacks, but Naruto was able to dodge all of these attacks like they were nothing, as both Naruto and Neji entered into a taijutsu battle. Neji was not using his Byakugan just yet, thinking that Naruto was just a fool and he could easily defeat him without using his Byakugan, as he made some distance and he said, "So you're good, huh? In taijutsu?" "No matter." As Neji said, "Byakugan," as he entered into the Byakugan, as he could see the chakra coils of Naruto, and he was shocked. Naruto had more chakra than a Jonin, as he said, "So you have more chakra? Well, it is not going to help you when you cannot even use it." As he rushes towards Naruto, trying to deliver the 64 palms, and he was able to do so. He was able to block the chakra network of Naruto, and then he made some distance and then started to laugh as he told Naruto that how he has blocked his chakra, and there is no way that Naruto is going to win, and he should just accept his destiny. As Naruto finally stood up, as all the audience were booing Naruto, as they were thinking that it was the Hyuga prodigy, there is no way that Naruto could actually win. The civilians were quite angry because the civilian council was disbanded. So they were angry that it was all Naruto's fault. So they were booing Naruto, as Naruto finally stood up, as he started to laugh on their faces and the face of Neji as well. As he told Neji that if he really thinks that he has won just because he has blocked his chakra network. As Neji said, what are you talking about? Your chakra is done for and you are also done for. So just give up, as Naruto said. So then take a closer look, Neji Hyuga. As Neji had already activated the Byakugan, he was shocked. The red chakra, orange chakra started to flood Naruto's body, and then all the chakra coils were forcefully opened as Naruto erupted into the power of the nine tails, and Naruto vanished from the eyes of Neji as he kicked Neji on his gut. As Neji was shocked, with a single kick, Neji was, you can say, as the blood was coming from the face of Neji with a single kick to the gut of Neji, as Neji was sent flying. But before he could hit the wall, Naruto quickly made hand signs and said, "Water style." Water bullets, as the water bullets started to head towards Neji, as Neji had no other choice, as he made some distance and then started to rotate and started to use his technique of rotation, shocking most of the Hyuga clan, as Hyuga clan's members were thinking that how Neji actually learned that technique. But for now they have other things to worry about, because their prodigy is going to be quite beaten up by the hands of the dead last, or you can say Naruto Uzumaki, the demon of the hidden leaf village, as Naruto simply vanished once again. As Neji was shocked as Naruto arrived on his face, kicked Neji upward, as Neji was barely able to dodge that attack in the same manner like he did in the canon. As Naruto said, "Well, so you're good, huh?" As he said, "Well, I was developing some sealing techniques. Let me try those on you." As Neji said, "Sealing? What are you talking about?" But before he could finish his sentence, he met with a palm to his chest. As Neji was a bit surprised, but he was sent flying, but he was able to catch himself. As Naruto said, "Well, Neji, now bring it on." As Neji became angry as he tried to activate his Byakugan, but to his surprise, Byakugan, he was not able to activate it. As he said, "What? Why can't I activate my Byakugan?" As Naruto laughed and said, "So, it actually worked. Well, I was not expecting that. I was just developing it." As Neji said, "What did you do to me?" As Naruto said, "Oh, nothing. I just made a seal and tested on you. I have blocked your connection, your mind, to your eyes." As Neji was confused, as Naruto said, "Allow me to explain. All the chakra of the Dojutsu, either it be Sharingan, Tensegan, or the Byakugan, it came from the mind, or you can say the brain of a person. Whenever they activate their respective Byakugan or any Dojutsu, the main chakra, mainly the Sharingan, comes from their mind or brain. I have blocked that connection of your brain to your eyes, and you are no longer able to activate your Byakugan." This revolution shocked everyone, because such a sealing could never be created, or anything like that is unheard of. To able to block one's Sharingan or Byakugan is impossible. As Neji was fuming in anger as he started to head towards Naruto in blind rage, telling him that how he was a coward and he should allow his chakra to flow clearly. As Naruto laughed and said, "Well, the Hyuga clan is known to stop others' chakra flow, and how angry they can get when one blocked their own." As Neji was still angry, but it was end. As Naruto started to beat down on Neji with a single kick to the stomach of Neji, Neji was sent flying, and he couldn't even use his chakra, so he was done for. He got almost knocked out, so Naruto gave him the same Takono Jutsu or things like that and went off. The people were still booing Naruto, and the Hyuga clan was not happy about it. Okay guys, here I will left this part. Hope you guys like it. Please like and subscribe. Tell me in comment if you guys like to suggest some things. I will think about it. So peace.